Now, when it comes to working from home, this next story is a good example of all the family being involved. Family in Gloucester have worked together to create a video with tips and advice on how to communicate with someone who has dementia or a related condition. It was initially made as part of Sarah Davis's job as a dementia-friendly ambassador in the Forest of Dean, and was for workers who would be delivering food packages to vulnerable people and those who are shielding. And it's proved to be a rather popular video. Sarah's on the line now. Hello there.
Hello, Nikki.
Good morning. So, what made you want to set up this video at this time?
It was in response to a request from the Forest of Dean District Council, my employers, as the food parcels were going to be delivered, and to give a bit of education to those that might come into contact with somebody living with dementia that might not ordinarily come in contact with them.
Yeah, because people are doing different roles and they're finding themselves doing different jobs, different roles, aren't they? And of course,
Yeah.
might not know the best ways to communicate with some of the people they're delivering to. So, what kind of advice can you give them?
There's lots of little bits and pieces, as you'll see in the film, which is about 6.5 minutes long. But it's about the memory and the vision, and the vision is part of. It's not just about memory. Dementia is not just about memory loss. It's about all sorts of things. Communication, in particular, can be very, very much affected by it, and word finding. It's about just slowing things down a little bit and making things a little bit easier for people to maybe comprehend and make sense of what you're saying.
I did watch part of it yesterday, and one thing I didn't know was that peripheral vision diminishes with dementia. So actually, you have to think about where you're standing when you're talking to someone.
Absolutely, yeah, that's one of the key points, I think, when talking to anybody that's got any brain-related issue, is to make sure that you're fully in their vision, and especially with dementia, peripheral vision is one of the things that goes. So drawing their attention really to you to start with before you start talking, so that they can focus on you to start with.
And another tip that I saw when I was watching last night was how to respond when people tell you the same thing over and over again. It's not to get frustrated yourself. You just say okay, yeah, thanks for telling me that, even if it was the third time you've heard it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not as easy as it sounds to just ignore it, because we do get frustrated with those sorts of things. But yeah, it's about remembering that they do have a brain condition and understanding that, really.
Yeah, so obviously people are coming into contact with those with dementia at the moment, perhaps delivering food, and so there's some good tips there. How much of a difference does it make to someone with dementia when people do follow tips like this?
An absolutely huge difference. They could be in a state where they're feeling embarrassed about their condition, if they're still aware of their condition, and they could be very frustrated. And just having somebody take that extra time to actually communicate with them well gives them a boost of confidence and makes them feel as if they're maybe not suffering like they would do.
And I know your family were involved in the video too. Your daughter popped up on the video, so were they keen to be involved and get in front of the camera?
Yes, very much so. My husband and my daughter are involved in the video, and we thought it would be nice to involve the whole family so that it's not just me stood there talking to people. And they're very much understanding. We've been touched by dementia personally on 2 occasions. Both my grandmothers had dementia, and they're very much supportive of what we're doing in the community as a team.
So how do people find your video and find out all these tips?
It's on YouTube, and if you just Google Forest of Dean and Dementia Action Alliance, then it should come straight to the very top. And it will be on various other locations as well as a link. It's on Facebook and the Alliance page, and lots of people have it now as well. So.
Great stuff. So you can be found on various platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and obviously getting those tips out there to people, and very good time to do it as well. So thank you very much for joining us, and love to all the family as well.
No worries. Thank you very much, Nikki.
Thank you. Sarah Davis there, who's put together this video with her family.